Hey, what is up guys, Smurfy back for another video, and today we're going to be doing what Magic Online, like a new playlist, and it's been called Battle of the Plains. So it's, you get given one pack of each block for 2 blocks, and then I think you play against your opponents who don't necessarily have the same sets as you. So I've got Return to Ravnica, Gate Crash, Dragon's Maze, and then the 3 original Ravnica sets as well. So I think what happens is you'll get given your own packs, and then you play against random other people. So it's kind of like a Chaos Draft. If you've never seen Chaos Draft, then look it up. Chaos Draft is sweet. So yeah, I'm just going to go through the main cards because I think that a lot of you aren't just, like, a lot of people just don't know all the cards from all the different sets. So I can't go through every card, otherwise this video is going to be like 5 hours long. So I'm just going to pick out the main cards and go through the deck. And try and work out what colours we want to be and things like that. But I can't go through every single card, so if there's a card you want to know, then feel free to like Google it on the side or something, because I just can't cover every single card in a reasonable time. So first of all, let's just go over the bombs. So I've got the Hellkite, which is just a 8 mana dragon. When it attacks, you get another dragon. The card is just insane if you can actually attack with it, so we definitely want to be... Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put all the cards at the bottom which make me drawn towards a colour. So it's generally bombs and removal. Blood Baron is really good as well. The Rakdos Augur Mage is fine. The Leyline of Lightning is just unplayable. It's a lot of the ley lines are just not very good and limited. So if it's in your opening hand, it comes into play, and you can pay 1 every time you cast a spell, and you deal 1 damage to your opponent. So it only goes to their face. So after 3 cards, after 3 mana and a card, you've only dealt 3 damage to your opponent's face, which is just awful. To get the swamps out of here. Glowing Spotlight is quite nice, and the Conclave is quite good. I think we're just going to go into card view now, just because I'm not familiar with all the cards either, and it also will help you guys out as well. So if you want to read any cards, feel free to pause the video. I'm just going to take out the cards that are worth noting. So Blockbuster is good. It's kind of like a board wipe, so you can pay a red and a colourless, sacrifice it, and deal 3 damage to each tapped creature and each player. So if your opponent attacks you, you just activate it, blow up everything, and then block with your crappy creatures to finish off theirs, or you block first and then deal after damage has been dealt if you want. Izzet Charm is good. I like Gift of Orzhova. All the key runes are great, so I'm just going to keep those. I'm just going to put all of those in, things like that. I like this Guild Mage. It doesn't really draw me to those colours though. Shattering Spree could be insane in this format, or it could be really bad. I don't know exactly what I'm playing against. So if we're playing against lots of other Ravnica blocks, sealed, then obviously we want it to blow up all your opponent's key runes, because like between 6 packs we're going to have a bunch of clue stones and signets and things that, there we go. We also have Bounce Land, which is nice. But yeah, if we're against other sets which have lots of mana rocks, then Shattering Spree is fantastic, because you can just like blow up like 2 of your opponent's cards for 2 mana, which is just insane. It's like good 2 for 1, and it's really cheap, so it's really good. But I think it's just going to be a sideboard card, because I don't know if there's going to be enough targets for it. Annihilator is good. It's just Annihilating Fire. It's basically just 3 mana, deal 3 damage. That's pretty unplayable. Another one, 4 mana, deal 3. If you're Hellbent, it deals 5. Boros Guildgate is good. I really like Coiling Oracle is really good. Drown in Filth, sorry, is 2 mana, mill top 4, and then a creature gets -1/-1 for each land you've revealed. Unfortunately, we don't have fetch lands or anything, so this card is just really hard to enable. So I just don't like it because it's not very consistent. Goblin Electromancer is fine. Actually, let's take out the Electromancer. It doesn't really red. More just a card I'm happy to play in blue-red. Signets go there, or the clue stones or whatever. And Wrecking Ball is really good. Okay, I just added 3 cards by accident, but they're all good. So we've got Venser's Ghoul, which is fixing. Trostani's Judgment, which is exile a card, then proliferate. Populate. Populate is copy a token that you control. So if you have a Centaur, like 3/3 token, then when you cast this card, you exile that guy, and then you get another 3/3, which is really good. But currently, I don't think we have any token generators other than the Hellkite, so I'm not really excited by that card. It's still a 6 mana exile a guy, which is good. So I think that's all of our bombs and removal. Leave No Trace is a sideboard card, I think. That's just not playable, I don't think. And I apologise if you can hear a fan in the background, but in the UK it's like exceptionally hot right now, and I just gotta have the fan on. Aerial might be good enough. It's basically plummet, but you gain 2 life as well. I don't know how many flyers there are going to be. We don't really have that many flyers currently, so I don't know if it's worth main decking. I think it's more of a sideboard card. And I think that's about it for those. So let's see if we can work out what colours we want to be. And go by converted mana cost. Alright, so we're definitely really light on creatures for now. But, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 keyrunes and signets means that we've got a load of fixing and also a lot of ramp. So we can probably just get away with playing 5 colours. So I'm just going to assume that we're in the in a 5 colour bomb deck at this point. Our late game is just exceptionally good with the Hellkite and the Conclave. The Conclave just means that every creature you draw for the rest of the game is like at least a 5/5 or something huge. Or I guess an 8/8, right? If all your creatures are at least like however much mana, like a 3 mana, 3/2. So if you pay the extra 5 extra mana, that's going to be 8. So I think we're just going to play a late game deck. I don't think Glaring Spotlight is going to be good for us. Making our opponent not have hexproof is not very relevant. And then because your opponent knows it's on the battlefield, they can play around the ability for you to sacrifice it. So I just don't think it's worth playing. Let's cut the lands for now. Obviously we're going to be playing them, but I just want to work out how many cards we've actually got to play. And I think because of all of the signets and keyrunes, we want to probably play like 15 land tops. Because we have the Oracle, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 keyrunes. So we know what we've got now for removal and everything. I think we want to be 5 colours. So I'm just going to try and find creatures that help us get to the late game and anything else that can help us win the game. So I think we want the barrier. It's just a 0/6 defender. The intuition is an interesting card. So it's 5 mana. Choose a creature. Choose a type, and then reveal the top 4 guys of your library. Get all of that type into your hand, and then the rest go into your graveyard. So you can cast this, say, creature. Look at the top 4. All creatures go into your hand. But the problem with our deck is we're like got a bunch of different creatures and then instances and sorceries and artifacts. I just don't think that we're going to have enough of any one type to play this. It's kind of like Collected Company, where when you play a Collected Company deck, you need a certain amount of creatures in your deck. With Intuition, we need a certain amount of at least one type of card, and I don't think we're going to have it, so I don't think we can get away with playing that. Other good cards are Electromancer's fine. The Rotworm is okay, but it's very black intensive, and I don't think we're going to have enough fixing to be able to just like sacrifice 4 guys in one turn, so I don't think we want to be playing that. But if we need to, we can always just add it in. This Strider is a very strange card, so it's 1 colourless, 1 blue and 1 black. When it dies, return it to your hand. So it's just a 1 mana. Every time you can just block, goes back to your hand. It's just really weird. I don't think we want to play it. It just costs too much mana just to keep blocking your opponent. Oh, we definitely want Smite in our deck. That goes in the bottom though. There we go. The Gatekeepers are good, but we only have 2 Guild Gates, so I don't think we can play that. I think we only have 2, yeah. We want the Thrall, that's basically removal. It just taps down your opponent's creatures, which is just fantastic. If you've seen like Fan Bearer, it's like one of the best commons in Standard at the minute. This costs 1 less mana to do each time, which is really nice. Obviously it costs a lot more initially, but it's also got a bigger body as well. So we want this creature as well. So it's basically a mana dork where it lets you untap a land. But when we've got the bounce lands in our deck that tap for 2, this card is even better. And whenever you play a land, you get to untap this as well anyway. So you can go like tap your land that taps for 2, then untap it with this, then tap again so you got 4 mana, then you can play a new land, then untap this, which then untaps your dual land again, so you get 6 mana out of this and another dual land, which is insane. It just helps us hit our larger threats. Also, you can use it on the same land, so for example, if we only have 1 white land, then we can use it to untap the white land again to get double white. So this card is really good. It's kind of like fixing for the second of each colour. We probably want to play the Ghoul as well, just because it fixes. It's basically a mana dog, but you have to pay life, but you get any colour, so it's fine. I think that's everything we want. Oh, this card is pretty good actually. So it's a 2 mana 2/2, and then you can pay a blue and a green, and every creature that is battlefield this turn gets a 1/1 counter for you. So you only pay it once. So if you play 2 creatures in the same turn, they both get the 1/1 counter, and then you can pay 1 blue and 1 green to remove a counter from a creature and draw a card, which is pretty good. It's really nice with the Chorus of the Conclave. But I think if we've got Chorus of the Conclave, that's just going to be winning the game. We shouldn't be having to draw more cards. So I don't know if we do need to play that. We've already got 28 cards, so we do actually need to cut down. I just want to make sure we're not missing anything obvious though. That counterspell is fine, but it's not really what we're looking to do. City of Contrition is fine, but I don't think we want to be using discard spells when our deck is built to go so late game that it's going to be a dead card when we draw it late. So I don't think we want to be playing that. Anything else? Again, I do like the Rot Worm, but I don't think it's going to be right for this deck. We might just play it because it's a good fatty. Like a 5/4 for 5 is not bad with upside. Oh, Ivy Lane Denizen is good, so it's whenever a green creature ends better under your control, you may put 1/1 counter on a target creature. We don't actually have that many green creatures, so we're just not going to bother playing it. Mending Touch, sorry, is a pretty good card, but I don't think we're going to have enough creatures that we really want that either. The Waltz is very good. Return 2-type creatures from your graveyard to your hand, then discard a card. So when you just like flood out, you use this, discard a land, you get your 2 best creatures back. I think that's more of a sideboard card for when we're against like really grindy decks, like against an aggressive deck. We just don't want that kind of card in our deck. And we can also just play this Worm as well. It's just a 6 mana 7/6, which is just huge. Yeah, that looks like all the cards we want from the main deck. So we've got 29 cards. We probably want to be playing like 13, 14 lands. So we want about, what, 26? Yeah, about 26 cards. So we've got to cut 3. I think the Guildmage is fairly weak, but it is just an early creature to play. We probably are better off with just all the Signets early game in here, so I don't mind cutting that. Other cards, like Electromancer kind of is a ramp spell for our instants and sorceries. Actually, I could have sworn there was another card in here that we wanted. No? Is this the one? I think so. Oh yeah, here we go. Target player sacrifices a creature and you draw cards equal to that creature's power, which is actually pretty good. So yeah, I think these are all the cards we want to be playing. Other cards like the First Wing are good, but I don't think they're good enough in this deck in particular. It's like a good early aggressive creature, but I don't think we need that. Like a 2-mana 2/2 flyer is always going to be good, but I think our pool is actually pretty strong that we don't need to be playing that. We'd rather just play huge threats at the end. We might even want to play the Waltz if we want to go like really late game, but I don't think we do. Alright, so we need to make about 3 or 4 cuts. Pragmatics is a very mana intensive removal spell, but again, you can replicate on different targets. If you don't know how replicate works, it's basically you can pay the replicate cost as many times as you want and you copy that spell that many times. So we can do Pragmatics for 1 red and 1 colourless, deal 1 damage, or we can pay like 4 and 4 colourless, 4 red and 4 colourless, and then deal 4 damage divided everywhere. Or divided amongst how you want. So you can go like a 3-drop and a 3 toughness guy and a 1 toughness guy and things like that. I think Gift of Over is a good card, but I don't think it's what we want to be doing. We've got like pretty good late game. I don't think we need to make them even better. And then a couple more cuts. Well, we're not cutting Wrecking Ball. That's just destroy target creature, which is insane at instant speed. Annihilating Fire is great as well. Pyromatics is very good. It's just a good mana sink as well late game. Izzet Charm is good because we can like ditch the late. If we draw like random crap, we can always just ditch it for good late game bombs late game, and also early game it just helps us hit our land drops. Pretty tough what we have to cut here. I think 12 lands is probably not. 12 lands is like aggressively low. Like aggressive decks probably play like 15. In standard they're currently playing like 15 lands, so I think that's about right. But we are playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana dorks or mana rocks. So I think maybe 14 is. Okay, we'll play 14 lands, so we've got 2 cuts to make. I really don't know what they should be. Is the Blood Baron that good? Protection from black and white is really strong. It's just, yeah, I think we can't cut that. I think we want to cut Pyromatics. It's such a powerful card, but at the same time we've got enough late game as it is, so I think we're just going to cut that and then board it in if we want to. And then one more card to cut. Hover Barrier? I think Hover Barrier is just... I'm going to cut the Electromon, so we have enough 2-drops to play anyway. So there we go. We're going to try with 14 land. How many? That's like what? 2 every... Alright, we'll play one more. So we need to cut one more card. How much white are we actually playing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we are playing enough white that we don't want to just cut white out of the deck. I think we're just going to cut the Hover Barrier. Actually, no, we're going to cut the 3/2. It just doesn't do enough in our deck. So let's go combine. No, combine groups, sort by color, and then I'm going to move all the signets down here with the lands. There we go. And we're just going to try and work out how many sources we've got of each color. Okay, so let's get a notepad and try and work out how much we've got of each color. So we want white, blue, black, red, green. We also do have the ghoul, so I'm gonna keep that there just so we can keep count of that as well. So we've got white. We've got 1, 2, 3. However, for the second white for the Conclave, we do have this, so we can untap like a land. I guess it only works with the lands and not the mana rocks though, but it should be fine. Is that really all we've got? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 white sources. Blue, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Black. 1, 2. Oh, I guess this doesn't actually fix black because you have to pay black to cast it, so we're not going to count that. So 1, 2, 3, 3 black, and red we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then last but not least green 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so 7's like a good amount as it is already. So now we'll keep that in mind, and we need to combine them again. Okay, and go by color and work out how many we want of each color. So we've got 3 white sources, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got 6 white sources, or we need 6. I guess we don't need it, but that's like, we've got 6 white symbols, I think. That's the easiest way to put it. Blue, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we just don't need any islands in the deck. And then black, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're really heavy in red. And then green, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so this mana base is going to be really hard to work out, but I'll do what I can. So let's add some basics. Alright, so we've got 3 white sources, and we've got 6 cards that need it, or 6 white mana sources. One of them is double white, so actually 5 cards that need white mana. So we don't need 4 extra white. That's 1 more enough? No. We have space for 12 lands. Blue, we've got 6 cards, 4 sources, so we probably want like that. Black, we need we're just not going to have enough mana for each colour, so okay, I think we're just going to have to cut blue. We've got like what, 6 sources for 4 cards, that should be enough. White, then we'll have 5 for 6. Black. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can add 3 more lands, 3 more basic lands. Five, 10 for 10 cards. So that's like what, 1 every 4 cards? Then we need to add a white source. Wait, 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11. So yeah, we've got 1 space left. So if we add these up, we've now got 5 white. Alright, let's just keep ours and add I just find it much easier if I can actually lay the cards out. This is what I normally do in like a sealed tournament, where I can like lay out all the different colours and then work out how many sources I've got. I'm trying to work it out with just the numbers, it just doesn't work for me. Alright. Let's go with white first. So that's a white card. And that's a white card. And that needs white as well. Then white sources we have Selesnya Signet, Plains, Boris, Guildgate, I think that's everything. Yeah. So ideally we would have another white source, but a lot of this is late game anyway, so... Oh, we do have this as well. So that's not terrible. And then blue we have this, and the Oracle. Wherever the Oracle has gone. There. I think this video is just going to get too long, so I'm just going to add... normally, like in an actual event in real life, it's a lot easier to work out mana base, so I find that online, so I'm just going to add an extra... black source, I think. Oh, we've already added 2. Let's just go white. Alright, I'm just going to play with that. We'll see how it goes. We can always change the mana if we need to. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the first round. Peace.